Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Brent. I want to welcome you to Lebanon Church Waukegan. We are in the book of Judges 3 and 4. Well, for a study project, what we decided to do quite a while ago is to go to the Bible from start to finish so that everybody that's studied under me can have a clear clarity of what the Bible is saying. So many of us have opinions of the book, but never read the book. So, nevertheless, that's what we are doing. We are going to the Bible, 2 chapters every night, so that we can have a clear understanding together of what God is saying. And at the end of every chapter, two chapters, we discuss it, have questions if any people want to answer. But sometimes the Bible is so direct. We can just really move on. Tonight's message is these are the nations which the Lord left to provoke Israel. So we discussed in chapter 1 and 2 that God here um, had to um, deal with Israel because they broke the covenant. They wouldn't do what God said. God wanted them to clear the land, and He wanted them to kill the peoples. He didn't want that sin to persist in the land. And Israel, at some point, didn't want to fight after Joshua died. They began to uh, take money from people, do tributes, and God was upset with them. And so, when God was upset with them, these are the people that Israel didn't get. And so God is going to use these people to provoke Israel as God has said last week. So let's look into the text a little bit and see what God says. That's 31 verses in chapter 3 here of Judges. Now, these are the nation which the Lord God left to provoke Israel about them, even as many of Israel had not known all of the wars of the Canaanite. Oh, that the generation of the children of Israel might know, to teach them what war that the least shall uh, such as before knowing uh, know nothing thereof, namely 5 laws of the Philistines and all the Canaanites and the Sodomites and the Hittites which dwell in the mountains of Lebanon, from the mountain of Baal or Haman to unto the entering in of whatever that name is down there. I can't see it there. And there was to provoke Israel about with them, to know whether they were hearkening unto the commandments of what the Lord. Now, what was the commandment of God? God wanted to wipe them out, which He commanded their fathers by the hands of what Moses. Okay, it was never a misunderstanding of what God wanted. In fact, uh, a lot of people died 40 years in the desert because they didn't want to go fight. And now they in the land, they did some fighting, they won all the wars that God gave them, and all of a sudden they don't want to do it. 5. And the children of Israel dwell among the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hebrizites, and the Jebusites. Okay? And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to be their sons, and served their gods. And see, just like in this country, no matter as let's use African because I don't know how to be nothing else but an African American or whatever because I'm black. Okay, so when we was in Africa as a nation, we probably had our own customs, our own way of eating, our own laws, our own things, the way we did it. But when we was ripped from Africa and brought to this country to made to slave, we had then learned another way, another uh, 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 a way of living. So I said all that to say this, that whatever our kid was born in after slavery, so many years into it, they automatically took on whatever God they had and they just socialized with the people. And though it was a horrible ordeal, a lot of those European ideas or versions of European religion were forced upon people. The same thing is happening to Israel now. God told them He didn't want them to be involved with people. It's not that He didn't care about people. He didn't want the people lifestyle to pollute what God was doing for Israel. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. Why? Because they're among evil people. See, God said, be not deceived, corrupt communication, interrupt good what manners, okay? And forgot the Lord their God, and served Balaam and their what role. So they was in there, practicing other religion, doing things that God told them to do. A few years into this here, and they are then disobedient. Now, 8. Therefore, the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of, oh my God, the whoever this long named king of Misbolova, or whatever that is, and the children of Israel served him 80 years. 80 years that they are, I'm sorry, not 80, but 8 years that they are in bondage because disobeying God. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, and the Lord rose up to deliver the children of Israel, and who delivered them, even uh, Odomon, I'm sorry, son of whoever, Caleb, youngest brother, the Spirit of the Lord came unto him, and he judged Israel, and went out unto war, and the Lord delivered whoever, the king of whoever, in his wet hand, and his hand prevailed against whoever that name is again. And the land rests 40 years after that. And Odom or Umar or whoever it is, the son of Caleb, died. Okay, that's the next leader right there. Okay, Israel was in bondage for 8 years for marrying their daughter because they had totally bonded in that culture, the same way we have a bond in the American culture, and we don't realize, born in this here thing situation, that we offended God. Them people didn't know, but God then let the king, when they started praying to God, He came to deliver. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord. They go back. And the Lord strengthened, I don't know how to say this, Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel, because that they had done evil in his sight of the what Lord. And the Lord gathered unto the children of Ammon and the Amalek, and went to smite Israel, and possessed the cities of the palm trees. And the children of Israel served Islam the king and Moab 18 years. Okay, now here this is. They got in the promised land. God promised the promised land. They went and started marrying the people and infusing in the custom, and then God's son allowed the stronger the person in that region to take them, and they put now, when they was receiving tribune, now they are paying tribune for 8 years. So God sent this cat in, he comes in, and then he get them free. They start serving God and doing what God wants to say again. He dies now, and they go back to doing what they're doing. And now 18 years, they're about to serve this other king. That's what he said. But when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, and the Lord rose up to what delivered him, uh, uh, Ehud, the son of Jair, I don't know if I'm saying it right, a Benjamite. Okay, so Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin, finna lift up a man left-handed, and by him the children of Israel sent a present to Eglon, the king of Moab, and Ehud, if I'm saying it right, made him a what dagger, and which had 2 edges, okay, and of a cubit length, and he did gird it under his raiment unto his right thigh. And he brought the present unto Eglon, the king of Moab, and Eglon was a very fat man. Oh my God, I know this story so well, so funny. And when he had made an end to offering presents, he sent away the peoples that bare him present, and he himself turned again from the quarters that were by Gilgal, and said, I have a secret urn unto thee, O king. And he said, keep silence. And all that stood by him went out from him, and Eagle came unto him, and and was sitting in the summer parlor, or whatever that was, which he had for himself alone. And Ehud, if I'm saying it right, said, I have a message from God unto thee. And he rose up out of his seat. Now the prophet of God is about to speak. And Ehud brought forth his left hand, and took the dagger from his right thigh, and thrust it into his what belly. And the half also went in after the blade, and the fat cover unto the blade, so that he could not draw the dagger out of his belly. and and dirt and the dirt came out. And the dirt come out, said it right. And Ehud went forth through the porch and shut the door of the parlor unto him and locked them. And when he was gone out, his servant came. And when they saw that, behold, the door of the parlor was locked, they said, surely he has covered his feet in the summer camp. In other words, he must be in there sleeping. And they tarried uh, till it was were um, and they tarried till they were ashamed. And behold, they opened the door of the parlor. Behold, they took the key and opened them. And behold, the Lord had fallen down dead on the earth. And Ehud escaped while they tarried and passed beyond the uh, quarters. I'm sorry if I'm saying it right. And escaped unto uh, wherever this place is, Shihar, or however it is. And it came to pass when he was came, and he bowed, blow the trumpet in the mountain of Ephraim, and the children of Israel went down with him from the mountains, and he before them. And he said unto them, follow after me, for the Lord hath delivered your enemy, the Moabites, unto thy hands. And they went down with them, and took the fords of Jordan toward Mobile, and suffered not a man to pass over. And they slay Mobile at time um, before 10,000 men, all lusty, and all the men of valor, and they escaped no man. And Mobile was subdued that day under the hands of Israel, and the land rested for fourscore years. So 40 years, um, 40 years, they rested. The score is 40, or I believe the score is 10 years, right? Okay, I looked that up. 31 and chapter 3. We move it on. After him was Shadama, the son of whoever, who slew who which slaved the Philistines 600 men with a uh, ox goad, and he also delivered Israel. Hmm. All right, Judges 4. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord, and uh, when uh, Ehud, if I'm saying that right, if that's my name for him, was dead. And the Lord sold them into the hands of, uh, what's that, Jeroboam, whoever, Jorian, king of Canaan, and the region of Harar, and uh, the captain of of whole host, whatever, was whoever that name is, and they dwell in uh, hunter of Gentile, however that is. 3. Moving on from that, and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord, for he had 900 chariots of iron, and 20 years he mightily oppressed the children of Israel. And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of whoever, she judged Israel at that time. Now we had all these judges come in, and now in chapter 4, Deborah, a woman, finna judge, which is very unheard of. And she dwelled among the palm trees of uh, Deborah, if I'm saying that right, between um, Ramsey and Bethel in the mount of Ephraim. And the children of Israel came unto her uh, for a judgment. And she sent and called um, uh, um, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Barker, the son of whoever, out of Kedesh Nimpin, and said unto him, Has not the Lord thou God of Israel commanded, saying, Go and draw forth toward the mountain of Tadar, and take with thee 10,000 men of the children of Israel, Nephthalim, and the children of Zebulun, and I will draw unto thee in the river of Kishon, Shear, whatever that is, and the captains of Kebron army, and the chariot, and his chariot, and the multitude, and I will deliver him unto thy hand. And Barker said unto her, If thou wilt go with me, then I will go. But if thou wilt not go with me, then I will not go. And she said, I will surely go with thee, notwithstanding the journey that thou takest shall not be for thy honor, but for the Lord shall sell Sheba, or whoever it is, unto the hands of a woman. And Deborah arose and went with Barker of Kiddish, and Barkar, whoever they say it is, called Zebulun and Nebadon to Kiddish. And they went up with 10,000 men at his feet, and Deborah went up with them. And now Herbert, the Kenites, and of all the children of the Hoabites, the father-in-law of Moses, who served him from what's this? Kenat, and pitched his tent in the plains of Zedon, which is by Kiddish. They served Moses. Now Moses' father-in-law was under the rule of this I'm gonna have to learn this name here because I want to really study this in depth, because I read this before, but this time it's really piquing my interest. And they saw cities of Barker, the son of whoever, was going up unto Mount Tabor, and showed together all his chariots, even 900 chariots of iron, and all the people that were with him, and from Hurdash into Gentile, into the river of Kishon. And Deborah said unto Barkar, Up, for this is the day in which the Lord hath delivered whatever this name into our hand. Is not the Lord thy God going out before thee? So Barkar went out from the mount of Tishbar. I finally got that right. And 10,000 men after him. And the Lord discomfited Sheba, Sashiar, whatever, and all his chariots and his host, and with the edge of a sword, before Birkash, however that is. So Sheba, lighting down off his heritage, fled away on his foot. But Barkar, however he said, pursued after his chariots and after his hosts, unto whatever, and all the host of Sashi, however that is, fell unto the edge of the sword, and there is no man left among them. In other words, now Deborah went and got this other cat, Barkar, whoever his name is, and then he went in and they took care of this king, and they slayed him. Okay. Howbeit, Sarah fled away on foot. Sishar, however it said, fled away on foot to the tent of Joel, the wife of Hezbah, and what's that, Cana? And that's over right wherever this was. He went to Moses' son-in-law place. That's what it's where here. For there was peace between Jebin, the king of Hazar, and the house of Harbard, the Kenite, I'm sorry. And Joel, if I'm saying that right, or Jewel, however, went out to meet I don't know how to pronounce that, and said unto him, turn in, my lord, turn in to me, fear not. Um, and when he had uh, her, turned into her into the tent, she covered him with I know the story now. She covered him with a mantle. And he said unto her, give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink. I am thirsty. And she opened up the bottle of what milk, and she gave him to drink, and covered him. And he said unto her, stand in the door of the tent, and it shall be, if any man does come to intrigue of thee, and say, is there any man here, that thou thou should say no. Then Joel, however, uh, Hebrite's wife, took the nails of the tent, and took a hammer in her hand, and went softly unto him, and smote the nails into his temple, and fastened it unto the ground, for he was fast asleep and weary. So he died. And behold, as Barker pursued whoever this was, Joel came out to meet him, and said unto him, come in, I will show you the man whom thou seekest. And when he came in her tent, and behold, uh, whoever he is lay dead, and the nail was in his temple. So God subdued on that day Jeroboam the king of the Canaanites before the children of Israel. And the hands of the children of Israel prospered and prevailed against Jeroboam, the king of the Canaanites, until they were destroyed, until they had destroyed Jeroboam, king of the Canaanites. And so God took them out. God lead them in and out. So every time Israel got in trouble, God sent the man of God to lead them into war, to bring them to peace, and to get rid of them. Because now when God tell you to take something out of your life, or take something in your life, or destroy something in your life, he will allow that thing to aggravate you until you cry out to him, and then he'll come and deliver you. And I think the problem was with him, instead of them just staying off to themselves, instead of them allowing God to build the culture, now as soon as they get peace, in the process of time, the enemy, man, get them comfortable with the people. The people then come in and see that God has blessed them, and then the people come in and conquer them. And then when they get to crying to God, God's okay, get up and do like I say. God give them the land, and it seems that this is going to be a reoccurring going back and forth. So that is my message tonight. Another interesting part of what we talked about tonight. First time a woman is leading the children of Israel. So God is showing you, even in His Bible, that if you serve me, I can use you. So a lot of people talk about women shouldn't be preaching in churches and stuff like that. Before there was a church, this lady was a prophet, a prophetess, meaning that she could hear from God like any other man. So anyway, that's my message tonight. If you like what you hear, you'll go Lebanon Church Waukegan.org. Again, that's Lebanon Church Waukegan.org. Please go to our live broadcast tab. A drop-down menu will appear. Out of that drop-down menu, please select the Bible study selection. Out of that drop-down menu, join our Bible study selection, and you give the access to the Bible like we're doing it now. Miss some of the words that I can't pronounce, but you get the idea of what God is saying here. And you also give video study links and things like that, and a link to go live so you can ask Pastor a question, which you're going to do now as we get ready to go into our live discussion. May God bless you and forever keep you in His care. Until next Bible Wednesday night, may God keep you in all that you do.